What is going on, you guys? It is Ian here, and welcome you guys to the first ever edition of the Raw Review with your host Ian Hoy. Guys, this is a new series I'm starting on my channel where I review Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. I'm sorry to say that NXT will not be featured on this channel because I don't simply watch the show, and there'll be no point watching it now when everything's done and dusted. So NXT will not be on the show. 205 Live will definitely not be on the show. I do not watch it. So Raw and SmackDown will be on the show. So first of all, before I go through the whole show, what happened, I want to say Monday Night Raw's new loading screen is this. Now, it is actually a good logo. It really is. It's dead on. Apart from the wee arrow that's down below the lettering, I don't really like it. But I like the background, but I don't really like the lettering. I think it should be a different font or different style or anything like that. The intro for Raw is okay. It's got a new song, got a new way of life, but it has so many SmackDown superstars on it, which makes me believe that those superstars are there for a reason. Maybe Monday Night Raw's going to draft them in the draft to Monday Night Raw. You had superstars like Kevin Owens, Aleister Black, Kofi Kingston. You had also superstars like Shane McMahon on the Raw intro. So Raw intro, decent, not the best. But guys, nothing could prepare me for the Titantron. What a piece of crap. That Titantron is literally like a slide. Literally like a slide with a slope. And one wee gap that lets the superstars come out. That's how bad it is. I hate that Titantron. Raw, deal with that. Vince, stop being so cheap and get a better Titantron. For goodness sake. But other than that, the show started off with a promo from Rey Mysterio. But it wasn't long. He was talking about, you know, going on to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship later on in the night. But nothing could prepare us for Brock Lesnar coming out with Paul Heyman. Now, we knew Brock Lesnar was going to be returning to Raw, but we didn't know when. And he returned during this segment, and Paul Heyman snatched the microphone out of Rey's hand, started talking, saying, "Ladies and gentlemen," and then Rey Mysterio snatched the microphone back, was about to talk, but Brock Lesnar picked him up and hit him with two F5s. But then after that, Brock Lesnar saw that Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son, was actually watching from the barricade. So what does Brock Lesnar do? He does the biggest idiotic crap thing he can and goes out to the ring, confronts Dominic, but then he tosses him over the barricade and completely messes up Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son. If that was in the script, that is absolutely sick. That's not right to do. But anyway, other than that, it was all about a beatdown, you know, to be honest. Nothing really other than that happened. So we'll get on to the next thing. We had Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss, which ended in a cheat. Sasha Banks pretended she was down, and then she kicked Alexa Bliss in her bad knee, got the 1, 2, 3. Then what happened was Becky Lynch came down to the ring. They got into a brawl, Sasha and Becky Lynch, and Sasha, she escaped it, went up the entrance ramp, and Becky Lynch was talking about how she's going to make Sasha Banks pay in Hell in a Cell. So we'll see how that goes. And then we had flashbacks from last week about Braun Strowman and all that, and that kind of crap. We had flashbacks from last week. We also had Monday Night Raw commenter team. By the way, sorry, forgot to mention, whenever they were introducing the new intro and the new Titantron, they also introduced the new commentators. You have Vic Joseph. Well, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Vic Joseph. I'm not sure if that's the right name. Vic Joseph, Jerry the King Lawler, and another guy. So we'll get back to this. So Seth Rollins talking about stepping up and burning it down. He was being interviewed by Charlie Caruso backstage. And unfortunately, because Rey Mysterio is now out of the match because of Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins had to find a replacement. So it's going to take him a while. After this, we got Heavy Machinery versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Let me just say, I think Heavy Machinery is getting exactly what EC3 got whenever he started in the WWE. He's getting buried, and it's not by John Cena and his golden shovel. It's by Vince McMahon loving big sweaty men, but not, of course, heavy machinery's big sweaty men. But to be honest, it's by Vince McMahon's golden shovel. So obviously, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler came away with the Raw Tag Team titles, and nothing really happened after that. Miz TV happened, special Miz TV. You got Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair guests on Miz TV. Why WWE? Like, if anything, why bring back? You ready for this? You ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, the pay-per-view that will destroy WWE for 2019. Let's bring back Crown Jewel. As you can tell, I'm being sarcastic. It was a crap pay-per-view in 2018. How can they make it any different? So apparently we're getting Crown Jewel this year. Not Evolution, Crown Jewel. Evolution was a women's pay-per-view last year that I would rather have saw this year again because it was better ratings. But why WWE? Why Crown Jewel? Anyway, Miz TV, Hogan and Flair talked about having one more run in the ring, and I thought to myself, oh yeah, we're gonna get to see Flair and Hogan go one-on-one once again. I can't wait for this. But what did they do? 5-on-5 traditional match. So for Crown Jewel, we've got Team Hogan versus Team Flair. Team Flair has already got Randy Orton and I'm not sure. Randy Orton. I'm not sure who's in Team Hogan. Randy Orton and Baron Corbin, I think. I'm not sure. No, Baron Corbin's in Hulk Hogan's team. So you got Seth Rollins and Hulk Hogan, and you've got Flair and Randy Orton. But those are the match. That's the match for Crown Jewel. They're gonna have a 5-on-5 match. I don't know why, but they've decided to have this. So Rusev was backstage talking about just random stuff or how it was like to come back, and all of a sudden Rusev commented about what Seth Rollins said about stepping up. So Rusev goes, I am stepping out right now because I challenged Seth Rollins to the Universal title. So we got this match. We got Rusev versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. I think this was amazing because back in 2018 they had AJ Styles versus Rusev in Extreme Rules match. They had that because Rusev earned his way up, and I think they were giving him a push then. They're giving him a push now. But he failed this match so badly, but we'll talk about how he failed it. Anyway, the Viking Raiders went 2-on-2 with the OC. Not really a good match, not really a bad match. The Viking Raiders picked up the win. We got Cesaro versus Ricochet. Not really much going on there. The match was made during an interview. Ricochet won the match. We got Firefly Funhouse of Bray Wyatt saying that they feel bad for Seth, and that they're all scared of the Fiend or something like that. And then for the final match before Seth versus Rusev, we got Lacey Evans versus Natalya. Pretty boring match. No, nothing really going on there, and that was that. To be honest. Natalya won the match, but Seth Rollins versus Rusev, really big thing came up. So Seth Rollins and Rusev were going at it, and all of a sudden, guess who returns? My man, Bobby Lashley. I'm trying to do my best Leo Rush impression, but I'm feeling very badly. So Bobby Lashley returned to Monday Night Raw during this episode, and what do you know? Lana returned with him. Lana, Rusev's wife. Lana returned. What could this mean? And Lana gave Bobby Lashley a hug. And then what did they do? What surprised Rusev enough to give Seth Rollins the win? Bobby and Lana kissed. What a way to boost the ratings, Mr. McMahon. But anyway, guys, that was the Raw for this week. If you like this new series, if you like this first episode of the new series, then what are you doing? Give it a big fat like and subscribe to the channel to see more Raw reviews and SmackDown reviews. I might come up with a better name for them in the future. But the Daily Life Vians, the last clip of the Daily Life Vian will be actually uploaded later on tonight, whenever I do the last clip. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later. Peace, love, and hugs.